Hey guys, Hamal back again. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about fast charging versus slow charging. Which one is better and which one should you use? And I'm also going to tell you how you can tell the difference between slow charging and fast charging on the Google Pixel 7a in particular. But Samsung phones work in a similar way. iPhone is a little bit harder to tell on the other hand. I don't think I ever figured that out to tell when it is actually fast charging or not. So slow charging is the traditional way of charging your device. It uses a lower current and voltage, which means it takes longer to charge your device. But slow charging is actually more gentle in your battery life, which does extend the battery lifespan. So you plan to keep these phones for the long run, 2, 3, 5 years. Don't want to degrade your battery faster. Slow charging is probably the best way to go. And in order to slow charge, you simply just connect a USB from your computer on one end and then the other end to your phone. The typical laptop output using the USB-A cable is pretty slow, so you don't have to worry about it damaging your battery in the long run. Fast charging is the somewhat newer technology that uses a higher current and voltage to charge your phone up quickly. This option is more convenient if you're in a hurry, but it may be hard on the battery in the long run. Pixel 7a offers 18-watt fast charging. It is not life-changing by any means. It takes about an hour and a half to fully charge the phone. Ironically, that is still considered fast charging. I personally think it's pretty slow, but in order to take advantage of the faster charging, you do need the proper charging brick. Since phone manufacturers don't include these bricks anymore these days, people have to figure out which brick to use on their own. So in general, you can use anything above the 18-watt fast charging brick. You can use one of those Samsung 25-watt fast charging brick. You can use the OnePlus 120-watt. Even the newer computers that uses USB-C cable, even though that cable is super long and can look intimidating since you're connecting into a laptop, you can also use that to charge your phone. And what it does is it just scales down the wattage to matches your phone's max capacity. So even though it is a 120-watt fast charging brick, your phone is only going to get the 18-watt charging. And you can tell your phone is actually fast charging when you plug it in. It says rapid charging. I think fast charging, even though technically it may degrade your battery fast in the long run, I don't really think it's that much of a difference anyways. It's not something I would stress about on a day-to-day basis. And by the 2 to 3, 4 year mark, people usually get new phones anyways. So I think at that point, you're not really saving that much. Another thing to consider is the software updates for this phone. You only get 3 years of software updates with the Pixel 7a compared to the 4 years on Samsung. Although you do have 5 years of security updates, so if you want to keep these phones for the long run, it will work as well. So next on the list, we have regular charging. Regular charging is when you use the old USB-A cable. You just connect it to one of these brick, and then USB-C on the other hand is connected to the phone. This method is just a step above slow charging. I find that it probably take 3 hours or so to fully charge your phone, but you're just charging your phone overnight, not in a hurry to go anywhere. Regular charging is a solid option as well. And after that, we have adaptive charging, also known as smart charging in a way. So instead of going 0 to 100% in an hour and a half overnight, it just sits there. And Google uses your alarm as a reference to know when to reach 100%. So your alarm is at 6 a.m. Right at 6 a.m. your phone is going to hit 100%. The only downside of going with the adaptive charging option is if you wake up at 5:30 instead for whatever reason, then your phone will only charge up to 92%. It actually happened to me a few times before, so I'm speaking from personal experience and figure I would bring it up anyways. But it is a nice creative way that Google did implement so that you don't need to fast charge overnight for no apparent reasons. Wireless charging is another option available for you as well. The Google Pixel 7a only has 7.5 watt wireless charging, so you at your desk, you're working 8 hours a day, you don't need to be anywhere, not in a rush. You just want your phone somewhat to slowly trickle in and charge. That's a solid option as well. And if you don't feel like plugging in your phone, it's easier to just drop it on a dock instead of taking your other hand, connecting the cable into your phone. I know first world problems, but that's still quite a work and effort. And ironically, even though this is called wireless charging, none of the flagship phones are really at the point where you can do truly wireless charging with thin air, Wi-Fi signals, or whatever they want to call the new technology, something crazy. So with all wireless charging dock, it does need to be connected to the wire or a power source on the other end. So even though your phone is technically wireless, the dock is not. It may seem simple and straightforward, but people do have questions about these things here and there. So which option do you use? It all depends on your needs. If you need to charge your device quickly, then fast charging is the way to go. For me, typically I know my phone's only gonna last until 3 p.m. on a regular day, and if I got dinner plans, I will quickly plug in my fast charger to get as much use as I can in the evening, or if I'm driving around, I'll just have my cable plugged in with USB-C, because I know Bluetooth, Google Maps, music, everything's playing in the background. It's going to drain the phone battery pretty quickly if I don't charge it. If you're concerned about the battery health in the long run, slow charging is the better option. And if you find yourself sitting in your desk all day doing a desk job, slow charging, wireless charging, regular charging is probably the way to go. If you don't want to deal with all these options and just want one cable, then the fast option will probably be the best choice. You can use that in combination with the adaptive charging, so it is smart enough to not fast charge overnight while you're sleeping. Ultimately, the decision to use slow charging or fast charging is up to you. I pretty much weigh out all the pros and cons in this video for you guys, and you can choose what's best for you. So there are so many different levels to fast charging, and you can't just plug in any cable and expect it to get great results. Sometimes people just use a regular slow charging brick or a cable and they wonder why the phone takes so long to charge. I personally just use fast charging brick whenever I can, but then again the Google Pixel 7a is not even that fast anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. We have OnePluses and some of the Chinese phones, they go up to 120 watt. You can charge your phone in 10 to 20 minutes, which is insane. I think those gonna kill your battery much faster in the long run, but I do love the convenience and technology involved. And for me personally, I actually turn off adaptive charging overnight just because in some cases I do wake up before my alarm and I find it annoying when I start my day and my phone is not at 100% battery. Also, I don't plan to keep my phone for more than a year anyway, so your situation is going to vary. But right now, you do have all the information to make what is the best decision for you. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys find this video to be helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like these. And if you want to see a longer detail on a regular day in life video, please check out this link right here.